of Central Florida. The views and opinions of the following program is not necessarily those of WOKB, staff, and management of Unity Broadcasting.
Welcome to RealEstateCentralFlorida.com with Harry and Jaslyn Bing of Bing Home Advisory Group and Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, your radio realtor.
Good morning, Central Florida, and welcome once again to RealEstateCentralFlorida.com, your one-stop shop for all of your real estate needs. That's right, RealEstateCentralFlorida.com. Hey, go to that website, click on the button that says Buyer, and you're just going to have a list of free reports to help educate and encourage you on the home buying process. Hey, if you're a seller, hey, just click the button that says seller and the drop down will happen, and you will see report after report after report on how to get ready to sell your house or what they expect in the process. Just report from how to handle an inspection, how to handle a sale that falls through. All of those reports are right there for you, totally absolutely free at RealEstateCentralFlorida.com.
Hey, Harry, how you feeling this morning?
Oh, doing good, man. Expecting a busy day.
A busy day today?
Yes, sir.
Listen, right off the bat, here's a really, really good question. What are the hidden fees in selling a home?
Wow.
The hidden ones.
You know, and you know that there are some hidden fees. Some fees just right up front, you know, like your standard closing costs, moving expenses, real estate commissions, but the hidden costs and fees are the ones that kind of get you. For instance, like you have some realtors out there, they'll charge you for the professional photographer. You know, we pay for that ourselves, you see. So that's a hidden fee. Another way to look at hidden fees are repairs and renovations that you might have to do as part of the selling process. But I think that comes about because a good savvy seller is going to go ahead and have a sale home inspection done, so they don't have those surprise costs to pop up. In other words, you set aside. You said, well, my house is in great shape. And then all of a sudden you got $4,000 in repairs you need to have done, or else the buyer is going to walk. Then you have to ask yourself, do I really want to start all over again? Because I'm going to have to get these repairs done sooner or later, you know. So by doing things in advance, you can keep a lot of these hidden fees from cropping up on you. Another one that you can see every day, you just don't know how much it's going to cost. That's like landscaping. You know, you getting ready to sell your house, you're looking at your yard, you say, well, I really need to work on this yard. But you just don't know how much it's going to cost. So what you need to do is you need to get you a couple of landscapers over there and say, this is what I want to do. I need some colorful plants here. I need to get my grass green. You know, I need to do this, trim this, get rid of that, so you can have some costs and you'll know what ballpark you're going to be in for that expense. And don't wait for yourself to just get blindsided with having to spend $900 or $1,200 in landscaping or $1,500 in landscaping when you could have avoided that, you know. Another hidden cost is staging. Some agents, they will hire a professional stager, but they'll charge you for it.
What's staging?
Staging is when you getting the property properly set up for viewing by the buying public. Okay? So sometimes that's like us. We send you out one list. Okay, do this list. Once you got that list done, then we send you out a second list. Do this. Once you got that second list done, then we send you out our final list. If you follow the process, you've getting your house staged. We might walk through and say, you need to get rid of this piece of furniture, you need to move this, we need some more room in here. But when you hire a professional to come in and do that, that's another unexpected cost. So just like you have some agents that say, well, you need a professional photographer, it's going to cost you $350. You need a professional stager. It's going to cost you $400, $500. And those are costs they're putting on you instead of you, the agent, handling them. And so you can hire a professional stager, but the median amount of money spent on one was about $400. So those are just a few of the hidden costs. Another one is that moving expense. You know you got to move, but you want to get those quotes up front so you'll know. And that's the whole key thing in selling a house is to find out what all your costs are going to be and get those costs exposed up front so you can budget better. Too many people, they just wait to sell and they just concentrating on how much money I'm going to get from the sale. They're not concentrating on where all that money going to have to go.
Man, I like how you said that.
Yeah.
Budget better. I like that.
Budget
All right.
better.
Okay, Harry. So what if the sale of my home falls through? What do I do then? What do I do?
Oh, man. Well, first thing you want to do is you really want to understand why it fell through. Okay? You want to understand why it fell through because that's important. And it's easy to feel defeated and emotionally you're pretty upset. You're irate, but you can bounce back from it. So one of the things you need to do in order to move forward is to get a handle on why the deal fell through. Now, some of the major reasons that a house deal is going to fall through is the home inspector finds something that will be expensive for the buyer to repair. Okay? Home inspector finds something that's going to be expensive for the buyer to repair. Or the property appraises for less than the sales price. Or there's an open lien on your property that shows up in the title search. And probably another one in that most common group would be the buyer's financing falls through. Now, we've seen a lot of that recently. The buyer's financing fall through, particularly with the increase in the interest rates. Because you're working with a buyer, they approved at a price. They approved for $310. All of a sudden, the interest rates go up. Boom, that approval is no longer there. They were already at their maximum at that interest rate, and once that interest rate disappears, then their ability to purchase that house disappeared. You see, because they were already at their maximum. So what you need to do is you need to figure out, okay, what can I do to minimize my risk of my house falling through? So one of the first things we always recommend is get a pre-listing inspection done. We'll come out and do a soft home inspection, but go ahead and pay the money, pay the $300 to get a real home inspection done, okay? Make sure your title insurance is in place, okay? Make sure you're not severely overpricing the house, because if you do, you're going to get bit at the appraisal. And you already spent that money. You already budgeted that money out. And your house is overpriced, people. So you want to make sure that you're looking at numerous sources. You want to see what Zillow is saying, Trulia is saying, Realtor.com is saying. Then you want your realtor to do your market analysis. And then you're going to come back and you're going to ask them next month, hey, can you do me a fresh market analysis? And you're going to come back and ask them again. So now you're getting ready to put your house on the market. Right before you put your house on the market, hey, I need a fresh market analysis. And I want it done two different ways. I want one that's done like how appraisers are going to do it based on a 1 mile radius. And I want one that's subdivision specific. So I can see are both of those numbers in the same range. See, because sometimes your subdivision might not be getting what houses around you are getting because you're not in the same subdivision, even though you're within a mile radius. See? So all of those little parts right there are important. Another thing you want to do is you want to evaluate your marketing, and you also need to evaluate your agent. Did your agent play a part in your deal falling through? See? Because sometimes the agent doesn't do his research, his diligent research on the buyer's ability. So that's for us at Being Home Advisor Group. When the buyer says we pre-approved, oh yeah, here's our letter. Okay, here's our approval letter. A lot of agents stop right there. They say, okay, I got the letter. Well, we don't stop right there. We have a questionnaire we're going to send to your lender. And that questionnaire is going to ask some very detailed questions. And they have to respond back to us in writing. And what we found out is that on average, about 1 out of every 4 letters that we get is bogus. Okay? Not intentionally. It's just bogus because they really haven't collected all of the data to make that letter legit. In other words, they haven't collected the bank statements. They haven't collected the tax returns, which tell you how you file your money. They haven't collected the W-2s that tell you how much money you made. They haven't collected the bank statements to make sure that that buyer has enough money to do the transaction. They haven't collected the pay stubs to see that they still accurately have a job. If you fail to do those things, then you can open yourself up to a deal falling through. Let me give you a practical example. Years ago, working with a young lady, she made $60,000, but she wrote off 30. So if you had just gone by what she said on her W-2, she would have qualified for a whole lot more money. But once her tax return came in, that lender, that buzzed us up right away and said, hey, don't take them out yet. I just got this other data in. They're not going to qualify for that amount of money because they wrote off everything. So you have to have a good, clear picture. So you want to make sure your agent is vetting the buyer that you decide to go with. You want to make sure he spoke with that lender. You want to make sure that he's doing everything to make sure your deal stays together. Hey, we got some houses out here in the market, people, that are off the internet. Give us a call, 407-654-2626, 407-654-2626. We got a 3-1 at $200,000, new roof. We got a 4-1.5 new roof at $2.25. We got a 4-2 newer roof. Roof is only 4 years old. 1,600 square feet with a single car garage. We got a huge 4-3, over 2,200 square feet. And guess what? New roof at $360, people. So some of these houses in Washington Shores, some others in Rosemont. Call us and let us know what you're looking for. 407-654-2626, and we see if we can make you a home owner.
He's Harry Bean. Get on the road to home ownership. Visit realestatecentralflorida.com. That's Jaslyn and Harry Bean, Being Home Advisory Group. Each and every Friday at 7:45, they power Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell right here on Inspiration 1680 and FM 100.7. Harry Bean, your radio realtor with your home sold guaranteed realty. Join us again next week for realestatecentralflorida.com with Harry and Jaslyn Being of Being Home Advisory Group and your home sold guaranteed realty, your radio realtor. They can be reached at 407-654-2626, 407-654-2626.